Hello and welcome back. In today's mini tutorial, we're going to be building a bamboo farm. The first thing we're going to want to do is to place a line of hoppers all in a row. So we're going to be placing them on top of these glass blocks I'm using as a guide. And we want them facing into each other. So make sure to hold shift when you place your hoppers so that you don't open up the hopper. There we go. And on top of that, we're going to be placing mine carts with hoppers. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to put up some blocks to keep the mine carts in. We want one on each end. And then we're going to place rails on each of the hoppers. After that, we're going to be adding our mine carts with hoppers. There, so we'll put one on each of the hoppers. On top of that, we're going to be adding some grass blocks. We're going to be placing bamboo on top of those later. Next, we're going to enclose the whole structure in glass. That'll make it so that we can see the bamboo grow, but it also won't escape. You can use any block you like though. I just prefer glass. The next thing we're going to want to do is to add a little bit on the back as well. We're going to be placing pistons so that it can knock down the bamboo. But we don't want our pistons on the grass level or else it'll kill our bamboo. And we want the pistons facing inside of where we're going to plant our bamboo. There we go. So once you have your line of pistons, you're going to want to put an observer. You can put an observer on each and every one of them, but you could also do it just on the end so it only watches one. You're also going to need to make a little redstone railway so that it can get to the other side. So run a line of blocks behind the pistons. There we go. And then we're going to make a little stepping way for the redstone dust to go down. But first, we need to put our observer, we want it watching where the bamboo is. And there really is no requirement of how high you put the observer. I just like to put it several blocks higher so that more bamboo can grow. So once you're done placing your observer, put a line of redstone dust from the back of the observer all the way across along each of the pistons. And after that, we can enclose it in glass. We want to have it go at least as high as the observer. Yeah, you really want to use it so that none of the bamboo gets out when it's hit by the pistons. There we go. Just a few more blocks to place before we're ready to plant the bamboo. So place bamboo on each of the grass blocks. I like to cap my little bamboo farm off with some sea glass. That way it helps make it lighter. And it also makes it so that your bamboo doesn't grow out the top and then get lost when it breaks. Yeah, it doesn't take long for it to grow. You can always encourage it with a little bit of bone meal too. There it goes. And so once the bamboo grew high enough to trigger the observer, it sent a signal all the way down the redstone and fired off the pistons. There we go. That's our little bamboo farm. It starts off with hoppers at the bottom, then a rail, then a minecart with hoppers, and some grass, and then, of course, the bamboo, all enclosed in glass. And then behind it is a row of pistons connected by redstone dust and an observer that watches one of the pieces of bamboo. Thank you for joining me for the build of our little bamboo farm. I hope you join me more in the future for other projects too.